Today, let's talk about the thousands of micro route finding decisions we make once we are in the field on our hiking, backpacking, or mountaineering trips. Hello there, everyone. I'm Jason. I recently did a video on the benefits of making our own route maps to help us familiarize ourselves with the big terrain features we are likely to encounter in the field. On the back of that video, I got asked if I had any other navigation advice. Well, having done the big macro view of things, I thought it might be helpful to go over the micro view. So, here are 6 tips I use, and which I teach my kids, for making route choices once I'm out in the wild, and which will usually help me move faster and conserve energy, even if they don't always make the shortest path. First, on trail is easier than off trail. This is probably a big duh to anyone who's ever bushwhacked. But if you haven't, it's hard to underestimate the time suck and frustration that gnarled vegetation can create. And even if you're above tree line, the small issue of many tiny slips can add up to major energy drain when you're off trail. Second, I'll usually select boulders over talus. While both boulders and talus can wobble, boulders are far less likely to do so. There's a reason talus rocks can be referred to as ankle breakers. Third, for upward steps, I will take several small steps over one large one. Big steps spike your heart rate, which can demand some recovery time and therefore time lost. Fourth, I don't assume creeks, rivers, and runoff will be passable. This is largely dependent upon the climate and season you are traveling in, but I will try to avoid crossing and recrossing water unless there's a clear trail that makes it necessary to do so. Fifth, if I am off trail or on snow, I remind myself that there's a reason why many trails are made to switchback when going up steep slopes. I can significantly reduce my own energy output by simply angling up steep slopes rather than going straight up them. And sixth, and particularly for snow-covered hikes and climbs, the windward side of a ridge or aspect is typically safer than the leeward side. It's safer for 2 reasons. First is that the side the wind is coming from, the windward side, is having snow removed and blown onto the leeward side. Those snow deposits on the leeward side are an avalanche hazard. Second, on ridges, the leeward side can develop cornices where snow collects and juts out beyond the physical ridge. You can pop through those cornices and fall all the way to the base.
Somebody just fell over.
And also, besides safety, wind-scoured terrain is easier to travel on than deep snow, unless you're on skis. So while none of these rules of thumb are right 100% of the time, for example, if you need to go directly down to escape a storm, forget non-linear paths. They typically allow me and my family to reach our objectives faster and with less energy loss. Thanks for coming to the end of this video. Please hit that like button, ring that bell, and subscribe, and check out our website at shortguysbetaworks.com to find gear lists, all of our videos, and additional thoughts and information. So are there any terrain features that you typically seek out or attempt to avoid? Let us know in the comments. We'll see you next week, and keep on getting more out of that big outside.